There's a piece about the night sky. It's probably as close to a direct contact as you're going to have when you just are literally staring into an endless space and wondering what's on the other end of that.
Hello, big boy.
We always said he was an old soul. He just had this steely look in his eyes that really helped us kind of make decisions as much as you can for someone who's nonverbal, and he really was the one that guided us. He would smile when we needed him to tell us that he was okay, and even when it was time to stop treatment, he told us that too. You make a decision pretty quickly that you're going to enjoy every single day that you have and make the most of it. We consciously chose early on that we were going to celebrate his life. We really turned his room into open door. I mean, it was just an opportunity for everyone to just be around. It felt like family and friends were always there.
That was our home, and so we treated it that way, and we wanted people to come and be around us, and we wanted Will to have joy and happiness and love surrounding him, not just me crying. While the outcome was not what we wanted, I felt like for the time we had Will on earth, we did everything the best we could.
It was as beautiful as something so sad could ever be.
It was as if they allowed us to have a wake the entire week.
Yeah.
And to have everybody come in and hold vigil. We had music playing. They hung a curtain behind the beds and had people come in and do pictures. They really, even at the end, allowed us to go through it how we felt we needed to, and with such dignity for Will.
There's so many great foundations that help kids with cancer, and we could have done that too. But for me, it was more about palliative care. It was for those kids that there isn't likely going to be recovery. It doesn't necessarily mean death, but they're probably never going to overcome the disease. And so they're going to be in a situation like us where they're going to want to set goals and figure out what can we do in the time that we have. And it could be 5 months and it could be 5 years, but what do you want to accomplish? And I just really felt like that's something we could get behind, because it's always for us been about the whole family.
We believe that every family should leave that hospital knowing that, of course, you want to leave with your child, but if you can't, left feeling like we really did every single thing we could. We had no regrets. So that's really where our journey with the Journeys program started.
We wanted to support a team that could help families set goals and reach them, and really support the families beyond the medicine. During that last week in the hospital, that's really where we got the idea for the Brave Will Room. We wanted a place where families could be together, a place in the hospital that didn't really feel like a hospital. It's cool that that idea that we had has now become a reality, and it's helped hundreds of families.
The gateway to Albany Med, to the Journeys program, to everything, is their new pediatric emergency room. So we have funded a treatment room there.
And then there's our SOAR program, which has always been and will always be about helping families celebrate their child's legacy in whatever way is best for them.
In 10 years, so much has changed, and we have met so many families and so many children. Mary Grace and Amelia, who were supported by the Journeys program, young people like Sean, who found a home in the Brave Will Room, and families just like Michael's, who celebrated his legacy with the help of the SOAR program. In 10 years, a lot has changed, but some things are still the same.
What do you miss about Will?
Playing with him, playing games, holding him, kissing him. We're trying to raise money for other kids.
I'm sad that they had to do that, go through what we went through, and that's the hard part. It's sad that we have to exist as a foundation, because this keeps happening and kids keep getting sick and they keep getting challenges that are really difficult to overcome. But I do take a lot of solace, I guess, in the fact that we have made a difference in their lives in some small way.
We wish somebody would put us out of business. Sadly, children keep getting diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses, and the Journeys program is growing and growing, and families' needs are ever-changing. So we need to keep funding that. They're paying for the doctors and the nurses, but it's all those little things that you don't think about until you're in the fight of your life with your child that we're able to help offer some comfort to families. And we appreciate when every donor shows up at one of our events or something shows up in the mail, because everyone's busy in their lives, and we know for at least that little bit of time they stop and they think about our son, and they also help us pay it forward and do something great in his name.
His story is alive because of them. The people who come to the gala, our sponsors, the random donations we get throughout the year.
It's amazing to me when I think how one little baby boy really put all of this in motion. And I love that we celebrate what Will has done and we never focus on the cancer. Sometimes I would say to Matt, maybe he was never meant to be here for a long time, but boy, has he continued to be here, and that feels good. I always think whatever your faith is, whatever your belief is, that there's something bigger than this. And for me, when I see all those stars in the sky, I think it's really representing all of these children and families. You know, Will's really guiding us and looking over the boys.
I hope he knows that we think about him every day, and I hope he knows that everything we're doing for him and to keep his name, and I hope he's proud of us, and that we still keep talking about him. We don't forget him. We won't ever will. This is his legacy. This is his life.